Good morning. I'm Karen Hamstra, and welcome to Title Talk for Monday, October 28th, 2019. I have a few new books to show you today. The first one is a new fiction book by Stan Lee. It is called A Trick of Light, and the co-author is Kat Rosenfield. It is recommended by such people as James Patterson and Gary Steingart. It is a science fiction fantasy type book. Stan Lee, as you may know, was the legend behind Marvel's Avengers, Black Panther, X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Iron Man. And he apparently had begun this novel or written this novel before he died. It's about two teenagers, Nia, a gifted but desperately lonely hacker, and Cameron, who's on a quest for YouTube fame as a voyager discovering the mysteries of Lake Erie. They have a chance meeting online, and the two teenagers, one born with extraordinary gifts, one unwillingly transformed, join together to right the wrongs of the world. This book got really good reviews, and if you like science fiction and Stan Lee, it's for you. And then we have an interesting concept. This one is categorized as historical fiction. It's called Marley by John Clinch. If the name Marley sounds vaguely familiar to you, that's because this is the Marley from A Christmas Carol, Scrooge's business partner. It covers his childhood and his formative years, and then as he grows up, and just gives us a look into Marley's life. And again, this book just has received rave reviews. And the author is John Clinch. There are several Christmas books coming out already. Here's one, Sheila Roberts' Christmas from the Heart. This one takes place in Washington State. And it's about a charity called Christmas from the Heart. And this charity is in danger of having to fold after its building is bought by someone called Gary Hightower, who could also be nicknamed Ebenezer Scrooge II. And he thinks he's simply being practical by closing them down and renting the space for a higher amount of rent, but then his car breaks down, and of course his rescuer is none other than Olivia Berg, the head of this Christmas from the Heart charity. So it's a nice little Christmas romance that you might well enjoy. And again, the author's name is Sheila Roberts. Edna O'Brien has a new one out called Girl. This is about a young girl in Nigeria who is abducted by Boko Haram. It's a mythic journey, it says, a story of a brutal incarceration, horror and hunger, a hair-raising escape into the terrors of the forest, and a descent into the hostility and labyrinthine bureaucracy awaiting a victim who returns home with a child blighted by enemy blood. Edna O'Brien, Girl. On a lighter note, Tamar Myers has a new Amish novel, Puddin' on the Blitz. It takes place at Magdalena Yoder's new restaurant, Asian Sensations and Amish Cuisine. Not to everyone's taste, it says. That might well be true. But the good citizens of the town of Hernia are unanimously agreed that the desserts concocted by the restaurant's chef, Barbara Hostetler, are to die for. Not literally, however. But when a guest drops dead at the Penn Dutch Inn shortly after consuming a slice of Barbara's delicious Blitz tort, Magdalena finds herself arrested for murder. Did someone deliberately set her up? In order to clear her name and protect her nearest and dearest, Magdalena must identify a ruthless killer before they strike again. Puddin' on the Blitz by Tamar Myers. This is a book that has sold 12 million copies worldwide. It's called The Miracles of the Namiya General Store. And the author, oh my, the author is Kigo Higashino. I believe he is Japanese. and he also has an award-winning mystery series. This is when three delinquents hole up in an abandoned general store after their most recent robbery. To their great surprise, a letter drops through the mail slot in the store's shutter. This seemingly simple request for advice sets the trio on a journey of discovery as, over the course of a single night, they step into the role of the kind-hearted former shopkeeper who devoted his waning years to offering thoughtful counsel to his correspondents. Through the lens of time, they share insight with those seeking guidance, and by morning, none of their lives will ever be the same. This is its first time in English, and you might just want to check it out because how could 12 million people be wrong? The Miracles of the Namiya General Store, and the author's last name is Higashino, Higashino. Our last fiction book of the day is called Chasing Dreams by Deborah Rainey. This is a Christian novel. Joanna Chandler had always dreamed of becoming an attorney, but she had to leave law school to care for her dying mother, and that gave her time to reconsider her dream to help occupy her time and to keep her mind off her uncertain future. She helps her older sister throw an amazing outdoor wedding, and there she meets Lucas Blaine, the handsome wedding DJ, and he opens her mind to the possibility of love. Chasing Dreams by Deborah Rainey. And we have 3 hot new nonfiction books I want to show you briefly. The second volume of Julie Andrews' autobiographical series has now been released. This one is called Homework, a memoir of my Hollywood years. There's a great picture of her on the back of the book. This can be found at 791.4302 A&D on the new bookshelf. Homework by Julie Andrews. The Less People Know About Us by Axton Betts Hamilton. This is a story of identity theft, and the reason I am showing this to you is because it took place over in Jay County, so very close to us. This family repeatedly had their identities stolen, and it is by one of the daughters in the family, and it can be found at 364.16 BET. The author's name is Axton Betts Hamilton. And our last book is called Hack Your Cupboard, Making Great Food with What You've Got. Its authors are Alyssa Wiegand and Carla Carrion. It's at 645.552 WIE. Just a basic cookbook telling you how to make really basic recipes and then enhance them by what you might have in your cupboards. So if you are a new or a fumbling cook who just feel like you need to improve your skills, I think this would be a fine book for you. It's not overwhelming at all. A nice little thin book. Hack Your Cupboard. So that's it for today. Hope you have a happy reading week, and I'll see you next time.